Good morning, everyone. My name is Mohammed Abula, and my roll number is 25 BMMK 229, and enrollment number is TK 5161. So today I'm going to start my topic is international staffing strategies and their demerits and merits of PCN, HCN, and TCN. So now comes to the topic. So, introduction to international staffing is when multinational companies establish overseas subsidiaries, one of the most critical decisions is the staffing, choosing who will manage and operate those offices. First one is PCN, which is means parent country nationals, employees from the home country of the MNC sent to work abroad, which we call expatriates. And second one is HCN. HCN host country nationals, local citizens of the country where the subsidiary operates. And third one is TCN, which means third country nationals, employees from neither the home and nor the host country, and brought in from the third nation. So now, what are the merits of parent country nationals? So PCNs are the employees sent from headquarters to manage foreign subsidiaries, are also called expatriates. So merits are headquarter controls and alignment. PCNs is to ensure subsidiary goals aligns with parent company strategy and culture. And the second one is technical expertise. They carry specialized knowledge and skills unavailable locally. And third one is proven track records, trusted employees with the known performance history in the parent firm. And the fourth one is knowledge transfer, facilitate transfer of core competencies and proprietary practices. Fifth one is career development. International assignment develop future global leaders for the multinational companies. Now comes to the demerits of parent country nationals. So demerits are high cost, expatriate package, relocation, housing, education are extremely expensive. And the second one is cultural barriers. Parent country nations may struggle to adapt to local culture, customs, and work practices from the new places. And so third one is host government resentment. Local government may hesitate or limit the use of foreign managers. And the fourth one is family adjustment issues. Spouse and family problem often lead to early return or poor performance. And fourth one is limited local and knowledge. Lack of local market insights can lead to poor business decisions because they are not aware well about their locations because this is a new for them. So now, what are the merits and demerits of host country nationals? So SCNs are the citizens of the host country hired to work in the subsidiary. This is the polycentric staffing approach. They do not hire from the parent company and they hire from the local environment. So what are the merits? Merits are local market knowledge, deep understanding of consumer behavior, culture and regulations, cost effective, no relocation and expatriate allowances needed, better acceptance. Local staff are better accepted by customer and community. No language barrier because they are aware about the local language and they fluent in communication with local clients and employees. So it is more impactful. So what are the demerits? Demerits are limited high quarter alignment, may not understand or embrace the parent country's culture and goals. Second one is coordination challenges, difficult in communication and coordination with headquarters. Loyalty concern. Local measures may prioritize local interest over corporate objectives. And the last is career ceiling. Host country nationals may see limited growth beyond the local subsidiary. And now come to the third point, and this is third country nationals TCN merits and demerits. So now TCNs are employees sourced from countries other than the home or host country, embodying the geocentric staffing approach. Uh, so now comes to the merits and what are the merits of third country nationals and best person for the job. Select the most qualified individual regardless of nationality. We hire the best person for the suitable job. And second is lower cost than PCN, often cheaper than sending home country expatriates abroad. Third one is multicultural perspective, bring diverse global experience and cross-cultural flexibility. And the fourth one is wider talent pool, access to global talent without geographic restriction. We can hire from anywhere from the for the particular work. There is no restrictions. It's mandatory from the local or uh, parent company parent company nationals. So now, what are the demerits? Having some demerits. So these are immigration complexity. Visa and work permit issues in both host and home countries. Dual resettlement may face prejudice from the both host and home country employees. Compensation complexity. Difficult to structure fair and competitive may packages globally. And fourth one is adjustment challenges may still face culture and language barrier in the host country. So comparative overview. In the case of criteria scores, so in PCN very high, HCN is low because they high from the local, and TCN is moderate. Is high can be from the HCN and but lesser than the PCN. And control by headquarter is very high in parent country nationals, and HCN is low and TCN is moderate. Local knowledge, they are lack of long language issue because they are unaware of the is not too much comfortable in local language. PCN is low, HCN is high, and TCN is moderate. Cultural fit in PCN is low, HCN is high, and TCN is moderate. Talent pool, it is narrow, HCN is local only, and in TCN uh, global. And a high quota alignment, excellent, weak, and good. Government relation in PCN may face issue excellent and neutral. Staffing approaches, EPRG framework. The EPRG model by Permuter in 1969 identified four orientations that determines which type of nationality is preferred by staffing. First one is ethnocentric, PCN preferred, hard quarter dominates. Expatriates fill key positions abroad the ensure control. And second one is polycentric, they focus on the host country nations preferred. Each subsidiary managed as a distinct national entity using local talent. Regiocentric, HCM slash TCN mix, both they can hire. And staff moved within the geocentric geographic region. Regional expertise is prioritized. And geocentric, best person globally for any role, regardless of nationality. Key factors and conclusion. Factors and influence staffing choice, nature and complexity of the subsidiary, host country laws and immigration policies, availability of skilled local talent, and cost and strategic importance of the role, cultural distance between home and host country, parent company's global strategy, EPRG orientation. Conclusion is no single staffing approach is universally superior. PCN excel in ensuring corporate control and knowledge transfer, but at high cost. HCN is cost effective with the strong local ties, but may lack global alignment. PCN bring the best global talent, but faces legal and cultural complexities. Successful multinational companies often blend all three types based on role criticality, host environment, and strategic goals. Thank you. This is my presentation now. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.